Hey guys! So because today is a snow day, we have another one that was just declared for tomorrow, and I think we've had the most snow in a 30-day period that Boston has ever had. I really had no excuse not to make a blog and catch up on work and other things too. So I started vlogging in the fall semester, and over IAP I kind of let it slide as I was busy with other things, but what better way to start off the spring semester than talking about my classes and the other many things that I'm doing to try and become more adult-like. So here goes. I'm taking CMS 631, which is Data Storytelling Studio. It's a class about how to take quantitative data and turn it into a qualitative story that people can understand, journalists can understand, and to really imbue the data, the numbers, with meaning that can help create social change. I'm also taking CMS 701, which is Current Debates in Media, and it's being taught by a guest lecturer this semester. She's from Quebec, I think, and Montreal, and her studies mainly focus on gender in media and video games, which is really cool because that overlaps with my interest in storytelling, and it seems like it'll be a really great class because it'll be a safe space to have a lot of really difficult discussions and question our own opinions and question other people's opinions, but also stay friends afterward, or at least have a respectful working relationship with other students in the class. I'm also taking 21M732, which is costume design for the theater. I'm concentrating in theater, and so this is the last class I need to cap off that HAS requirement. We actually haven't had our first class yet because it meets on Mondays and school was cancelled today, but I'm looking forward to learning what we're going to be doing next week and hopefully learn more costuming skills, because I know a lot about the technical side of theater, but I haven't really thought about characters and how they relate to their clothes a lot, which could be really interesting. But real adult life tends to be more interesting, especially once you get a taste of it, of other year ops and internships, and so I'm only taking 3 classes this semester, and I'm filling up the rest of my time with a lot of other sort of job-like opportunities. One of those is TAing CMS 333 or ES 333, which is an educational video making class taught by ESG. It should be a very interesting experience because I TA'd a different video making class with blogger alum Elizabeth Cho, who is teaching it over IAP. So it'll be interesting to see how its lesson plan is different than the one I taught over IAP, and it'll be interesting to find out how my personal video making techniques and aesthetics and what I know align with the values of these teachers, or maybe even sometimes conflict. I don't know, it should be good. Hopefully we'll be showing students a really good set of best practices and more great video will be produced in the world. That's the goal. Along that note, I'm also doing a fellowship with the MIT K-12 Videos program. I'm a multimedia fellow, and basically that means I'm going to be helping promote Science Out Loud and figure out how to connect with audiences through social media and blogs and other platforms. Also, I recorded my own episode of Science Out Loud with Elizabeth Cho and George Zaidan and the crew. Adam Morell was our cameraman, which was really fun. So I'll be promoting my own video when season 3 releases, which is crazy. And to keep with the video making theme, I'm also continuing my year op from last semester, in which I helped make supplemental videos for 728X Molecular Biology, which is going to be released on MITx on March 10th, I believe. But yeah, I was in the About video for the class, and I'm making a lot of animations right now. It's kind of crunch time, so working really hard on those to get it out and transcribed and published in time for the course to start. I'm also starting a new year op. It's with an educational technology, Jajan, which is going to be used with language classes and I think piloted with specifically Japanese, in which a Microsoft Connect projects backgrounds for you to enact scenes in. So if you're talking about supermarket things and supermarket vocabulary, you can actually have the conversation take place in a setting where it would make sense, and it helps build a story around the language you're learning, which is always a cool idea. So I think I'm going to be working a lot on the educational planning and how to integrate the tool into lessons, which should be fun. And then the last thing I'm really doing is I have a baby internship with Marjorie, who was my awesome comic book writing professor from last semester, who I made a blog post about. She offered me the position, and I'm going to be learning a lot about, I think, the publishing process and all the behind-the-scenes work that goes into putting out a new book or comic or something like that, which should be so fun and so valuable for me in helping decide what I want to do with my life. And speaking of that, and speaking of becoming an adult and being halfway, straddling the gap between being a college student and doing real world things and projects and learning things, the last thing I have to do is search for internships for the summer or other like jobs that I might do for a couple months. I've been on MIT campus 2 summers in a row, and I really want to leave this summer and explore other things, so we'll see how that goes. I have to look into a lot of companies, I have to polish up a resume and make me look desirable to hire, which, I don't know, seems like it'd be a tricky thing to do, so we'll see. That's about it for my semester. This vlog is kind of long. I'll see you next week. Bye.